What's going on? Welcome back to Fanatic Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about Rivian. I want to give you an overview of what happened, go over some of the data points, what shorts did, and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And with that, let's get right to it. So Rivian did close 4.4% in the green. You had a lot of volatility as soon as the market did open because there was a lot of high expectations for any heavily shorted stock, including Rivian, similar to what happened 2 weeks ago because of Roaring Kitty. So kind of yesterday evening, he did make another appearance. I think he posted on Reddit and showed his GameStop position. So that kind of rallied the broader market. Everyone was very excited about today. And this is why you did have a battle right here. So institutions were buying at the same time, shorts were essentially increasing. And in case you don't know, by shorts increasing, they're adding selling pressure. So you had this battle right here, but nonetheless, the market did take Rivian down to that low of $10.64. During the power hour, the second part of the day, this is where things got very interesting. You had a overwhelming amount of buying coming from institutions. So today there was 35.5 million shares being traded, 38.6 is the average. Majority of the volume being done today was linked to actual institutions. So these are all the transactions that did occur on the secondary market above $100,000. 2.22 million, 1.1, 12.5 million, even first thing 2.9 million. So institutions were paying very much attention to Rivian, which was kind of weird because there was no news, no SEC filings, nothing like that on social media. There's no rumors floating around, just a lot of people talking on the technicals and how Rivian is a squeeze play and things like that. So it was kind of just at the mercy of the broader market. Even looking right here, these are all the trending stocks. And so that's based on obviously not just necessarily volume, but people talking about it. And so you see the obvious ones, GameStop, Berkshire Hathaway, especially with that whole glitch that happened today. But yours truly, Rivian, is right here. So not top 5, not top 10, but still it's like very much up there. And normally, especially of the EVs, like Tesla is kind of the focal point, right? Everyone talks about Tesla, but Rivian definitely came out of left field, was enticing some institutions and also retail investors to get in. So very interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. It's been a while since I've done a Rivian video, so I just want to go over all the updates, including some of the latest analyst ratings. So there was one that just came out 3 days ago. Morgan Stanley, Adam Jonas, who has a 51% success rating, gave a $13 price target. So Adam Jonas, his whole history is very interesting because he initially came onto the EV scene hating absolutely everyone with the exception of Tesla. Later part of 2023, this is where he started to warm up to Rivian. So right now, as a consensus of all the ratings, you do have a couple bearish ones that are kind of bringing down the average, but as a consensus, $13.89 is the price target among all the analysts, 21.84% upside. So Adam Jonas still very much bullish on Rivian, and same goes for a lot of the other ratings that have been coming out. So $21, $16, and whatever else. And this is something I have pointed out in the past, just based on Rivian's cash alone, just cash and cash equivalents, not even counting restricted or whatever else. Like that's basically, or at least when it was around the $9 range, was pretty much the whole price point, right? That was the whole market cap. Obviously, we're kind of recovering with the broader market, getting a little bit more of a multiple, but still in comparison to what Rivian does offer, this is a screaming deal. So this is why you do see a lot of bullishness still coming from analysts. So let me know your thoughts on that. And plus, on a side note, that's probably at the same mentality why some institutions are getting into Rivian. So like I said, on social media, you see a lot of people talking about a short squeeze, and that if it gets above $12, then you'll have a short squeeze and blah, 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 and everything like that. Starting off what they did today, they increased to 625.6 thousand shares. 18.77% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 132.9 million shares overall are being shorted, and that equates to $1.44 billion. So very high stuff. Utilization 68.83, and then cost to borrow average is 1.1. So like I said, a lot of people are calling for a short squeeze. Obviously, in some regard, it has to be linked to Roaring Kitty. And some of you might be asking, well, how on earth does GameStop, Roaring Kitty relate to Rivian? Well, not saying that everyone, whoever is shorting Rivian, is the same ones as GameStop, but there is clearly some overlap. So essentially what does happen is, as brokers are losing a ton of money, obviously shorting GameStop, they try to mitigate risk. So this is why they do close their positions across the board. And that's exactly what did happen 2 weeks ago, how that meme craze caused like a lot of stocks to go up. A lot of them that were heavily shorted, like I said, such as even Rivian. So that's kind of how it does correlate all together. So moving on though, options, 4.96 million in calls, 1.64 million in puts, very evenly divided today though. So 50% of all the options being done today were bullish and optimistic. And of the call options that were purchased, you do see a lot of options getting in today, more so around the $12 and higher. So very optimistic, even possibly pushing the 1250 range. So all in all, very exciting stuff for that. Looking at puts, you do see a consensus for it to be sub roughly 11, 1050, somewhere around there. So still, given everything, the risk versus reward is still very much in favor of more upside rather than downside. I've already brought this up, so these are all the transactions from today on the secondary market. These are all the transactions from the dark pool being done today. So 2.63 million, 5.04, and I think that's it for over 1 million transactions. And then there was quite a few after hours yesterday, but still beside the point, a lot of big money is paying attention to Rivian, whether it be associated to shorts or associated to longs, just large institutions using the dark pool. So I think maybe bigger and better things are coming down the pipeline. Elliott wave technicals are pointing for it to be around that $12.50 to $13 range, assuming it does continue to stay above $11. So right now, bigger and better things are anticipated. But regardless, with it closing at $11.40, it is trading between this R1 and this R2. So going into tomorrow, just watch for this $11.19 support to hold, and then vice versa, $11.49 to be that next strong target / resistance, which given the positive momentum that Rivian closed at, it is fair to assume it will be tested, this R2, tomorrow. And hopefully if it does stay above that, then this is where $11.97 / $12 will be next. On the actual chart itself, you do see its higher percentile of the Bollinger Band right here, above basically the 50-day moving average as well as that central Bollinger Band. Next target will be that 100-day moving average, which like I said is going to be around that $12 range. You do see a very bullish deviation, so white line above the red, but it is at 49, so somewhat neutral, so not really overbought nor oversold. So if there's a good piece of news associated to Rivian, you won't get the overwhelming amount of value investors getting in, so something to kind of consider. And despite everything, retail, you didn't really see them doing all that much. So today, institutions bought. Retail, somewhat hesitant. I don't know, maybe this kind of scared a lot of individuals. Give yourself a shout out if you did buy this dip today, or did you sell? Let me know your thoughts on Rivian as well. What do you think of it trending? Do you think that's a good thing, bad thing? Some people don't like it. Sometimes it's better to always just be like the wallflower, not really make much noise, and that way you don't really draw the attention of shorts and other maybe negatives in the market. So who knows? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, so a massive kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.